Good evening, happy Friday. So let's go over spring 2017, shall we? January 1st, 2017 was on a Sunday that year. So for Erica, it's been a long time since the new year really felt like a new beginning. Her father was starting university there that month. Moreover, she'll start her new position as a junior executive producer, and she'll be a mentor to Aaron Murphy Shaw, Rio Amaya, and Trey Murphy Jr. Since Aaron and Rio are in graduate school majoring in theater arts, it's Erica's job to teach them the ropes. Maria will help out as needed since Trey Murphy Jr. earned an undergraduate degree in computer science with a minor in digital media and mass communication. He'll help Erica with the Youth Studios YouTube channel and other social media platforms. His father, Trey Murphy Sr., will also help out as needed. So, his father is senior IT administrator to the studio. At Chachi's, parents give the community. They celebrated New Year's Day, where the ladies prepared the traditional meal. The gentlemen prepared the mochi outside. Meg and her children did pop their heads out for a bit and gratefully took some mochi home. However, understandably, they did not join them in the meal. Understandably, just in case, the ladies did prepare a low-sodium version of Japanese sachirori, though. Similar to Thanksgiving, the low sodium version did taste a bit different. However, the food tasted good, and everyone had seconds. There was an interesting development. Erica's father lacks social awareness. However, with him holding Leilani's leash, he is able to use his intuition to figure out how other people see him. This was a welcome improvement, and even Erica was able to give her father a second chance at being the father she needed. This forced Erica to step up her A game and be the doctor that he needed. The next day, Erica worked full-time at the studio. Aaron, Rio, and Trey were to resume graduate school in a few weeks, so they were full-time interns in the interim. The three of them started in the morning in the meeting with Lucas. At this time, Erica brought copies of her original senior capstone project. She also brought the photo albums as well. As they read it, they came up with a to-do list for each person. The first item was a possible title. The poncho was brought up since she was the only person in her kindergarten class who wore it to school. When it got to this part, they'll include a bit about the fact that she didn't speak any English during her first year. Plus, they'll mention the fact that none of the school district had an English as a second language teacher who spoke Japanese. So Erica had to learn how to speak English. Let me scroll down a bit. They'll also include the fact that one of her classmates from high school asked her where she's from, and the fact that she quickly replied from my parents. At this time, she did let them know that one of her former classmates is gay and had some choice words about her hometown. When she pulled up her computer, she showed him exactly what he said. Erica also carefully told him what happened when she and Michael were in the store parking lot with one of her other classmates. A person not only yelled out gay slurs at them, they also yelled racial insults at them as well. The police were called. Nothing came of it. All of them gasped and covered their mouth. They shook their heads in disbelief. Lucas did admit that he has noticed some parts of California are turning traditional. Another question that was brought up was how they were going to explain why her father went to Japan. Ria suggested that either her father couldn't pay for the duplex with a stable tenant, or her father couldn't take care of such a big house on his own, or both. One other issue was how to explain how her father returned to the States. Erica chimed in that she was finally able to get enough money to not only bring him back, but also give him a university education. His diploma from Japan doesn't mean anything in the States. At this time, Lucas did admit that there are many taxi cab drivers in his hometown, New York City, who has a medical doctorate degree in Southeast Asia. However, once they came to this country, they can't practice medicine. So Erica muttered, "It's so unfair. Why bother telling immigrants from Asia that they can come to this country with their higher education degree without telling them that they won't be able to use it to get a decent job in this country?" Everyone at the meeting agreed with Erica's statement. They also included why her mother and brother returned to Japan. This country's education system favors female students as a result, or this country or the state in California. Favors female students. As a result, her brother did not get any support after failing kindergarten and having an unresolved issue with one of his teachers in middle school. So there wasn't any way he'll pass all of his classes in college and drop out of university. Moreover, with his extended family in Japan, failure was not an option. He has to graduate even if it's a straight school. By the end of the meeting, they came up with a timeline. The next film will cover Erica's life up to 1999. Based on how this film does, they might be open to a sequel that will cover from 1999 to 2019. That one would include her father's journey back to the country, getting a university diploma, starting his new career as a park ranger. Lucas almost forgot one more thing. His paternal twin brother Louis, who lives in Los Angeles, was able to contact a person in the film industry in Southern California. Let me specify this one because I need to make sure. Independent film industry in Southern California. They'll be in charge of showing her film in various parts of the country, so the cast and crew at the city won't have to travel to several locations to publicize the film. Instead, Erica must take Erica must take a week off from work in November, attend an event in Southern California that will show the film starting the following February. So Lucas said that he joined Maria last November to their event to introduce the revamped film about Martina, the Beautiful Cockroach. In February, her new film was shown in movie theaters throughout the United States. Also, Lucas told Erica that she needs to be available the entire summer to work with the interns, so she needs to take her vacation in May. Erica said that she'll talk with Michael about it. Erica asked what would happen if he spent all of this money only for her film to flop at the box office. Lucas respectfully disagreed. Her film caught the attention of several executives in Hollywood. They know a moneymaker when they see one, and they all know how successful Nia Vardalos' autobiographical film was, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. They nodded. Erica acquiesced, even though she was ready for the next film to be a direct-to-video route. During the lunch hour, she walked to the Adaptive Fitness Center to give Michael the good news. He said that he was thrilled, suggested they spend some time at the Murphy Garment Factory to get some ponchos made. She said that that's a great idea, and she included that she will show them a photo of her first day in kindergarten. That way they'll know exactly how they want the poncho to look, since she doesn't have the original. Also, she told Michael that she needs to take a vacation in May. She also added that she needs to go on a work-related travel to LA in November, so it'll be Erica's job to put the script together before she takes an early vacation. That summer, when the interns had the summer off, from graduate school, they'll film for those 3 months. Next in November, they'll go to LA. Then the following February, they'll show the film in various movie theaters throughout the United States. After he talked with his staff at the Adaptive Fitness Center and the office manager at the clinic, they picked a date when they'll go to Hawaii and Japan. That weekend, they went to the Murphy Travel Agency and asked for Michael's eldest sister. By then, she moved into the gated community the previous summer and got hired by their company. They've been looking for the right person who has the right contacts in Hawaii. And also, when she took a work vacation in Japan, she visited Erica's brother's ryokan. There they hashed out a business deal, so she booked their flight and their stay at the ryokan at the same time. Simultaneously, the studio put her travel itinerary for Los Angeles. When Erica asked about the dress code, she immediately realized that she needs Michael's help. After she had Lucas join her and Michael at Macy's, Lucas also realized that she would need help with her wardrobe, hair, and makeup, so he agreed to add Michael as her personal assistant to Erica. This is an 8-day event. Lucas got the green light from Michael to allow Erica to spend 2 weeks in LA. Then Michael worked on putting together a list of places that he wanted to visit in Southern California for the extra 6 days. Actually, as a result, they'll spend those 2 weeks at Airbnb. Side note, Erica will fit into a wardrobe. She signed up for Chachi's personal training services to get toned in time for November. Before Erica's father started his university studies in San Francisco, she went to the public university, paid his tuition for that spring and summer semester. She paid for the next academic year that fall. Although she didn't want to be overbearing, she checked in on their father at least once a month to see how he's doing and what he needs. Much to her relief, he showed her results of his quizzes, tests, midterms, and term papers. She worked with her father in his university's tutorial department, make sure he'll pass all of his classes. For final exam, she made sure to get a private tutor to help him with time management and get extra support during that time. By then, the interns were also attending the same university, so Mondays through Thursdays, she worked with Jonathan to put together the next set of television episodes showcasing local small businesses. Around this time, Deb and Eric nudged Erica by showcasing her small business. Rather than Devil's Food Cake, she decided to start her own bakery called Devin's Food Cake and More Bakery with a couple of her cousins. In addition to being co-owner, she's also the head baker. After Erica congratulated her on turning her long-time hobby into a business, Erica promised to put into a QE. Fortunately, one of the businesses had to postpone until New Year, so Erica called Devin with the great news. By then, the interns were attending 7 universities, so Monday to Thursday. Okay. On Fridays, the interns spent the afternoons with Erica and Maria. Ashley Trey Jr. got a minor in digital media mass communications. They worked with the clinic and the studio, not both of them, on their website and make adjustments to their respective YouTube channels. They also asked the senior staff to consider having guests join the podcast remotely. It made sense, especially for the clinic. Glenna, Aaron's aunt from New York City, really wanted to join the clinic's podcast every year. However, her health remains unstable, and she had to make multiple cancellations, much to her disappointment. If she could join it remotely, that would save her from paying multiple flight and hotel cancellations. So much to her relief, the clinic agreed to the adjustment and let Trey Jr. take the lead in setting up the computers and camera equipment. When Erica heard about this, she talked with Chachi's elder siblings. Granted, she looks forward to going to their home for the monthly podcast. However, we never know what will happen in the future. Plus, Erica's worried about getting sick, especially during the annual flu season. Much to her relief, the acquiesce agreed to have her podcast remotely during the winter. Also, rather than accept money from the podcast, Erica asked them to consider selling merchandise. For example, she has a sewing machine. She could put together some samples such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, baseball caps, cloth coasters, cloth napkins, cloth placemats, and throw pillows with the buy flag on each of them. After Chachi's siblings and Michael talked about it, they gave her the go-ahead. She put some samples together. They found the manufacturer and the distributor. Much to Erica's relief, they had quite a number of viewers buying them. Also, Michael bought some of them for their home as well. Side note, when the clinic had the next podcast, she also offered the same with endometriosis awareness ribbon on it. After they gave them to the Murphy Garment Factory, they sold them at the front lobby gift shop instead. With Erica's personal YouTube channel, several people wanted her to be their patient advocate. They saw that she has an innate ability to figure out why so many middle-aged male Asian Americans are housebound and give them the support they need. Also, Maria's parents were thinking about changing the name of the business. Bay Area Senior Rides would work if they only provide transportation services to local seniors. However, since they're now working on ways to support local caregivers as well, it made sense to change the name of their small business. They ended up changing the name to Bay Area Senior Rides and More LLC. At this time, Erica wondered what else she can do to help local caregivers. However, with her upcoming feature-length film, she put it on the back burner for now. Once the university started their new academic term, Erica took a day off from work to go over her scholarship at both alma maters in the South Bay. Also, she went to her father's new university, asked how she can offer a scholarship at their campus. Hopefully, this will be enough for her to owe less income taxes the following year. In February, the studio kept one eye at the box office to see how Marie's film is doing. Not surprisingly, made over $1 million the first weekend. It did especially well with Latina audiences since she's Cuban. This is a Cuban folktale. By this time, Erica felt confident that her film would do well going down this route. Moreover, Michael was relieved that she won't need to be away from home as much this year. Also, Erica's film proved that the studio is a moneymaker. As a result, one trip to Los Angeles will suffice. In April, they filed an income tax. Since their clinic changed her status from full-time to independent contractor, her paychecks were not considered income, the same way the studio's payroll considered her. Moreover, she donated money to charity and scholarships at her alma mater. Much to her relief, she didn't owe any additional income tax, so she actually got some money back in the form of a refund. At this time, she talked with the accountant about what else she can do to owe less income tax. The accountant gave her a brochure for her to look over. Later that month, she took a day off to go back to her alma mater to help the scholarship committee decide who will be the next recipients of her scholarship. On her way home, she stopped by her former landlord, gave him a large gift box of Hickory Farms. She also went to her father's university to do the same. That scholarship part, not the Hickory Farms. Around this time, Erica went to the PubMed website, printed out several research articles about dental health and dementia. Also, some dentists are the first people to realize that a patient is experiencing dementia. When she showed these articles to Michael, she explained that Japanese people do not see dentists until a periodontal disease is advanced. Her maternal grandmother passed away from complications related to dementia. As a result, she needs to talk to her relatives about the fact that she needs them to make sure her mother and brother gets regular dental visits. Much to her relief, he agreed to help her bring this matter up to them. May 1st was on a Monday that year. The day before, they went to Sunday service at a local church with Chachi and her extended family. That evening after dinner, Michael took Kamali to his cousin Richard for boarding. The next morning, they woke up early to drive down to San Francisco International Airport. At this time, Erica saw Michael loves traveling. It made sense. Vacation means fresh air and recharge the batteries. Plus, it gives them extra quality time with Erica. Erica's the opposite. She dreads traveling. In addition to severe motion sickness, she's constantly worried about how Kamali is doing, how the gated commute is doing without her. Not surprisingly, she gets jet lag going to Japan, but not returning to the States. More with chronic pain, she's going over making sure she only brings medicine that's on the okay list in Japan, such as the over-counter acetaminophen, anti-motion sickness medicine, and Tocom. She also makes certain to bring her father her far infrared heating pad, TENS TENS machine, and electric adapter so she can use these machines in Japan. It's always a chore for her to go through customs, having to explain in Japanese exactly what those machines do to a male agent who speaks limited English. Each time they end up using the overhead speaker for a female translator, and that doesn't go well because the female translator has never seen those machines before and doesn't have any idea how to explain why they're okay to go through customs. After over 1 hour of going back and forth, they conclude that she has relatives in Japan who will vouch for her, so these machines must be okay to bring her to the country. Her medical alert bracelet doesn't mean anything in Japan, so she doesn't even bother showing it to them. Not surprisingly, she doesn't have this issue when she returns to the States. No one asking any questions, The woman goes through her medicine stash. She just shows them a medical alert bracelet and U.S. passport, and they let her back into the country. When Michael sees Erica's perplexed looks on her face, he giggles. So that day, they boarded the plane. She took out her machines. She put the heating pad on her seat, plugged it in. After she sat down, she strapped the TENS machine on. When she plugged that one in, she was good to go. Before the drive in this car to the airport, she made sure to take her anti-motion sickness tablets. For Michael, he preferred to travel in May. That way, during the time month of June, he could attend pride events throughout the Bay Area. At this time, he made a mental note to bring this up. Much to his relief, she apologized for the past few years. Work is a priority, but it's not fair to him. When she made a mental note to ask the studio to let her take a vacation in May moving forward. Granted, she's no longer part of the clinic's permanent staff, so it shouldn't be an issue. The day before they left, Eric asked Erica why she doesn't have a LinkedIn account. When Erica asked what LinkedIn is, Erin explained. Erica said that she's not looking for work. At the time, Erin shrugged her shoulders and let the matter go. When Erica and Michael arrived at the domestic airport near the fishing village, she was about to call her uncle. Fortunately, she was already there. After they got their luggage, they boarded the public tram. Then they took the bus to the village. Once they checked in, her younger brother asked her about whether or not she's still working at the clinic. Since she makes oodles of money at the studio, she shook her head. Then she asked him why he wanted to know. He explained that he didn't know how to tell their Japanese guests that his sister is a sexist teacher. Erica kicked herself. She never really talked with her younger brother about her former job. So she carefully corrected him. Community health educator. Her job isn't just about going to local schools. Instead, she conducts research, such as the one where she asks straight people how they feel about sexual health education. She did the same with queer people. Also, she recently did research about how menopause affects people with endometriosis differently from people who don't have this condition. He was in awe. Also, at this time, he apologized. She nodded. Side note, when Erica talked to Chachi later that year about this miscommunication, she laughed so hard that she snorted. At this time, let me specify which one I'm talking about. At this time, her brother did tell her he is the one who wrote that his sex ed teacher separated the boys from the girls. During the class, the boys watched the woman experience natural childbirth. Erica gasped and covered her mouth. Over the years, she wondered who wrote that. Granted, she knew that no one would lie about what they were forced to watch. It made her pause and wonder what's wrong with her former hometown. What did they think they would accomplish by showing that video? Even her parents shielded their children from staged natural childbirth scenes from tiger dramas that were shown on local TTSF television station from Japan. Did their xenophobia rear its ugly head, and they were hoping this will scare the air quotes immigrant students from making babies? Did they realize that some of our students are from dysfunctional families who already decided on their own that they're not going to have children? What is their problem? Erica knew that she would probably never figure out their logic. She only hoped that they have since gone the way of San Francisco public schools. All the students are taught in the same room with the same lesson plan. That way, there's full accountability of what all students are taught. And by this time, Erica and Michael got their key card to their room in the Yokam and dropped off their luggage. After they freshened up, Erica went to her grandmother's home, helped her mom and aunts prepare lunch. At this time, they did some catching up. After lunch, they had their family meeting. This was the off-season, so there weren't as many visitors. So this was the perfect time to focus on family matters. After Erica looked at Michael, he told Erica to speak. He would translate. When she took out research articles about the possible link between dental health and dementia, they gasped and covered their mouth. Her uncle did admit that most Japanese people don't see a dentist until the pain is too severe. However, he did admit that for the past several years, they wonder why their mother got dementia in the first place. It made sense. When they don't take care of their teeth, the germs from their mouth go into the bloodstream and the brain's covered with blood vessels. Not only did they agree to send their brother to the dentist, all of them also took turns seeing a dentist on a regular basis. Also, Michael asked them about what the nearest hospital found in her mother and brother, because she asked them about environmental medicine, toxins in their blood. Her aunt said that same as Erica, they found asbestos, lead from paint, and mold in both of them. Although Erica was shocked, she was not surprised. Agnes decided to remodel her father's home. Building inspector found those toxins. Much to her relief, a doctor at a nearby hospital started the process of detoxifying both her mother and her brother. Also, Erica's eldest aunt says she went over some of the video they recorded from Erica's mother's home. At this time, the aunt did mention that her mother snores. Erica said that she'll research it when she returns to California. She'll have Michael translate those documents and will mail the results to them. Erica's aunt nodded. Side note, Erica learned that the United States used to joke about snoring. However, today people know that there's a link between snoring and several life-threatening medical conditions, such as heart disease, stroke, diabetes, morning headaches, daytime fatigue, insomnia. For the more severe version, sleep apnea, there's type 2 diabetes, heart disease, fatty liver disease, dementia, mood disorders, dental problems, eye problems. As a result, she advised them to get tested for sleep apnea. In the States, the treatment includes an electric machine called a CPAP. For mild and moderate cases, there is a dental appliance similar to a retainer after a person has teeth-threatening braces removed. However, this option is not for people with advanced gum disease, loose teeth, other dental problems. Also, this type of treatment is available in the San Francisco Bay Area. However, it's not available in their former hometown. As soon as Erica gained this information, she educated Michael. He translated the information to Japanese, wrote a letter to her aunt. At this time, Michael also relayed the information to his parents. They also had their father tested for sleep apnea because Erica did remember hearing her father snoring. Their rooms were next to each other while she lived in their home. Much to her relief, her aunt said that she'll also have her mother get tested for sleep apnea as well. Michael's parents included a father in the local sleep study as well. So Erica and Michael spent a couple of weeks in this fishing village. During the stay, Erica made certain to visit the family grave. It was an evening in California. Erica and Michael called Richard to see how Kamali is doing and make sure she's doing well. Also during the day, she went fishing with one of her uncles. Every evening, Erica and Michael ended each day at their private onsen. Both of them made certain to use this vacation to get as much fresh air as possible and recharge their batteries. During this visit, she learned something interesting about Michael. When they first met, he was obviously gay. However, over the years, he dressed and acted more straight. Granted, at their home, she created a safe space for him, so at home he dresses and behaves more like his true self. She also realized that a similar thing happened to her brother. When her brother lived in the States, he looked and acted more gay. However, after he married his partner, he looks and acts more straight as well. Moreover, his partner looks and acts straight, like a straight woman in public, so she may have some influence in her brother. Improvement? Not really sure. Influence in a adjustment in their brother. Granted, there isn't any way to tell if things are different when they're in the privacy of their own home. However, there's one more thing to know. Erica knows that Michael was obsessing over her belly button. Moreover, she knew he's highly sensitive. He's aware about changes in her health, so she carefully told him that as soon as they returned to California, she'll make an appointment with the clinic staff to look at it. Much to her relief, he backed off, respecting her space. At the end of this day, Erica's eldest aunt gave her a cloth bag with washable period underwear, some took home. After she thanked her aunt smiled gently. After conferring with Michael, she told him they will be visiting the following year. The reason is they need their next vacation to be Michael's choice. After returning to the States, Erica asked Michael where he would like to go. He's never been to the northernmost island, Hokkaido, so they went to the Murphy Travel Agency, had his elder sister put together an itinerary. By this time, his elder sister and her husband moved into the gated community, so he has two sisters. They both work for the same travel agency. She too started her new career at the agency. The next day, one of her uncles escorted them back to the airport. After calling him, when they arrived at the international airports in Japan and Hawaii, they started their vacation. At this time, the trip to Hawaii is more about spending time with Michael's side of the family, and his elder sister was preparing to move to California with her husband. Both their children graduated from university, started a family of their own. After Erica and Michael dropped off their luggage at the local Airbnb, their first evening was spent at the luau. One of her uncles drove them, so Michael left his rental car at the house. They attended a private, family-only luau with Michael's Hawaiian side of the family. Same as Japan, this is the off-season. During the summers, they charge their customers for attending this event. Erica was grateful that they did a special luau just for her and Michael. The event began with one of Michael's aunts teaching Erica how to put a traditional haku-style tea leaf lei together with native flowers. After Erica made hers correctly, she put it on her head. During this time, at the same time, one of Michael's uncles taught him how to remove the husk from the coconut. Next, Erica and Michael sat around a campfire while some of his uncles taught them how food used to be made on the island over an open fire. After Erica and Michael saw some of his cousins dance the luau on the outdoor stage, they went to the picnic area where they were served in individual bowls. The meal included kalua pig, poi, macaroni salad, poke, a sweet roll, bread, grilled fruit skewers, coconut cake, and a drink of Michael and Erica's choice. Erica chose her favorite, pina colada with a dash of white rum. The event concluded with some more traditional music and dances by some of Michael's cousins. In the final event, some of Michael's cousins performed a fire dance with sticks down the fire on both sides. After the outdoor lights came on, one of Michael's uncles thanked everyone for attending. While Erica and Michael clapped their hands, she noticed something interesting. Since the entire Hashimoto family is traditional, none of them have any tattoos or piercings, for example, gauges. Side note, Erica also realized that the same applies to the Murphy family of San Francisco. Mio Amaya also looks traditional on the outside. At this time she wondered how they are coping with the trauma they have inherited from prior generations. The same applies for vaping. Granted, as she is getting counseling from the clinic, she wondered how the Murphy and Ryo Amaya's family members are dealing with the trauma, since they don't wear it on their skin. In sharp contrast, her father wears his trauma by smoking cigarettes and drinking beer. Erica hoped that his counseling sessions are making improvement in how he treats the people around him. After the luau, Erica and Michael spent the rest of the week sightseeing on Hawaii time. They used this time to really get some much needed fresh air, completely recharged their batteries. Erica made certain that this visit is all about Michael. The previous year, they went to Pearl Harbor Memorial. This time, they went to Waikiki Beach, Diamond Head, as well as Bishop Museum and Iolani Palace. While they were on the island, they made certain to eat at the restaurants that served local food. Also, they went shopping together. After they took turns taking a long hot bath, they cuddled on the couch of their Airbnb. When Michael turned on the television, he flipped the channels. All of a sudden, he saw an episode of The Golden Girls television show. Erica immediately said that she and her younger brother grew up watching this show. Michael said that it was his favorite as well. At this time, she carefully asked whether or not gay people loved this show. When he nodded, she said she thought so. At this time, she wondered out loud whether or not someone sells a DVD collection of all the episodes. He said that he'll look into it. On a side note, much to their relief, they found several sellers, so they bought 2 DVD collections. Erica mailed one to her brother. He sent the letter back thanking her for sending it. He's watching it with his partner. Erica and Michael's date nights. They concluded their date by watching one of the episodes. The next DVD they bought was, surprise, the Warrior Princess television show. The nostalgia was real. Same as in Japan when they were in Hawaii. Erica and Michael took time out of each day to call Richard to see how Kamali is doing. But the last day they were fully recharged, ready to return to work. After they packed their luggage, they took a long hot bath and then retired. To make certain they got the full vacation, they made certain to return to California on Saturday, May 27th. That morning, Michael drove their rental car to the local gas station, filled the tank full of gasoline, drove to the international airport. While he returned the car to the rental counter, Erica checked both of them using a kiosk. After he joined her, they went to the counter to check in their luggage. Next, they went to a restaurant to have a late breakfast brunch. After the plane landed in San Francisco International Airport, Michael drove them home. He picked up Kamali from his cousin. Erica discreetly pulled Kim aside. After Kim made a couple of quick calls, Kim was able to secure an appointment with the clinic's senior nurse practitioner for Monday morning at 8 a.m. Erica thanked Kim. Kim nodded. Hopefully this is not anything serious. However, it's better to be safe than sorry. Erica told Michael about her appointment. He said that he'll drive her there, plus it'll give him a chance to go to his office, get a head start on the pile of paperwork that he needs to process. So, any questions, comments, constructive criticisms, asking for clarifications, let me know, and I shall see you next time. Take care. Have a nice weekend. See ya.